Thank you very much, Tufi. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. I'd like to thank the IDC for inviting me to speak today. It is the third time I've had the honor of coming here to speak. About this time last year, when we had this conference, Congressman Jeff Fortenberry had just introduced House Concurrent Resolution 75 to declare that the attacks on Christians and other ethnic and religious minorities going on in Syria and Iraq were war crimes, crimes against humanity, and genocide. I was proud to play at least a small part in helping to put that resolution together. And earlier this year, we were able to get that resolution passed through Congress. Soon after that, Secretary of State John Kerry made a statement that the United States knows that ISIS is committing genocide against Christians. It was, I believe, a little late in coming, but I think that our resolution helped to push forward Secretary Kerry to make that statement. We all know it's important that words really do matter, because first, we have to acknowledge what's going on. We still have yet to see the United States acknowledge the Armenian genocide. It's something that we are still working on today. And you know that it's important to get that done. So, as we work now, and we move forward, I know the United States and Congress have a very important role to play in protecting Christians in the Middle East. This begins by recapturing the land controlled by ISIS, helping to bring an end to the civil war in Syria, and helping assure that Christians can live safely in their homes in Syria, Iraq, and all across the Middle East. As we've all seen during this horrible war, achieving these goals on the ground will not be easy. It will not happen immediately. 2 weeks ago, I was in Italy where I attended an International Catholic Legislators Conference. We were blessed to have a number of patriarchs and bishops from the Middle East at this conference, where we talked about the horrific acts that were being committed in the countries in the Middle East against Christians, and what we can do to stand up against this and make a difference. I think that the turnout of members of Congress that you've had come to speak to you this afternoon shows the dedication and how important it is to many members of Congress that we do act. Because we know that the U.S. can do more than we have already done to help the humanitarian crises and help shape a more peaceful region for the future. First thing I think we need to do is make sure that the United States is not arming anyone who is committing atrocities in Syria and Iraq. It's a very, very complicated situation right now. But that certainly is critical, that the United States make sure we are not helping anyone who's committing these atrocities. We must also work with our allies to establish a proactive strategy which demonstrates the same strength and courage that those who are being persecuted are showing every day in the face of atrocities. Freedom of religion, freedom to practice your religion, is a universal human right and should never be arbitrarily abridged by any government or group. We need to commit to help refugees and those who are internally displaced, including providing necessary support to Lebanon and Jordan to maintain their stability and security. Right now, there are over 1 million Syrian refugees in Lebanon and over 600,000 in Jordan. If either of these countries become unstable, an internal conflict occurs, it could spark a larger regional war, which would be devastating, especially for Christian populations that are already suffering. I'm not up here to say that any of these solutions are easy, but I am saying it is our obligation to do something about it. I thank IDC, I thank all of you for the work that you are doing. We need to do more to let the American people know what is going on and why it's important to help. I think that's one thing that you can certainly help us out with. We're doing all that we can to convince our constituents this is something the United States should do. The U.S. needs to do more. So I thank you for the work that you have done. There are a number of resolutions that are being introduced this week and next to take a better, more firm position on protecting Christians in the Middle East. There's a lot of things that we need to do and continue to do. You know, we don't want to be here today. It's the third conference. We don't want to have another conference. But we have to face the evil and have the courage to act against it. By working together, we can save lives and make the world a safer place for everyone. It's our duty, I certainly believe it's my duty as a Christian and as a human being to do something. So together, we will continue to move forward until all are able to live in freedom in the Middle East and around the world. Thank you very much, and God bless.